Hello students, welcome back to the class. This is the first class after your Eid vacation. Hope you enjoyed your vacation. I'm gonna start the chapter 4. In the previous class before your Eid vacation, I just discussed the features of joint stock company, chapter 4, features of joint stock company. So now I'm gonna start it from here, classification of joint stock company. Help you to recall something. What is joint stock company? Joint stock company means it's a huge type of company where and it is legally formed and it has legal entity or legal personality. The capital of this company is very much large, but liability is limited. This company has its personal seal of its own name. It does work based on your own name and legally formed. The dissolution of this company is also complicated because of legal complexity. Total capital is divided divided legally into several small portion, and this small portion of the capital is called share. You can sell share among the people, but you can sell share among the people if it is the public limited company, but it is private limited company, then you cannot sell your share to other people. So this is the basic information of joint stock company. Now this is the classification of joint stock company. I just mentioned the two types of company: private limited company and public limited company. What is the private limited company? Joint stock in private limited company, the company in which number of shareholders are limited to minimum 2 and maximum 50, and where the shares are not easily transferable, is called private limited company. That means the member of the company is minimum 2 and maximum 50. That means 2 to 50, and the share of this company cannot be easily transferable, so it is called private limited company. In Company Act 1994, Bangladesh states that private limited company is one which by its articles restricts the right of the members to transfer their shares, limits the number of its members to 50, prohibits any invitation to the public to subscribe for any shares in or debenture of the company, which means only the members can buy the shares. The size of this type of limited company is usually smaller because of limited members and capital, and according to the law the minimum numbers of members has to be at least 2 in this type of company. Gradually the numbers of private limited companies are increasing in Bangladesh. So according to the act, you can say that in companies in which company the members are limited in 50, minimum member is 2 and maximum is 50, the share is not easily transferable and cannot invite the public to buy the share of the company, and only the members of the company can buy the share. So this type of company is called private limited company. These are the features of private limited company. And public limited company, it is very much open to the public. You can invite the public to buy the share of your organization, and the member of the public limited company is minimum 7 and maximum is limited by the number of the shares. It can be 100,000, lakh, crore, anything. So that means it is limited by the share. The maximum number of member of the public limited company is limited by the share, but minimum number of member is 7 to maximum limited by the number of share. So this is the public limited company, and the share of this company easily transferable, and also you can invite the public to buy your company's share. So So these are the that means it is opposite of the private limited company. Oh, and also the another important information, in public limited company the minimum at least 3 directors there will be present at least 3 directors, but in private limited company at least 2 directors must be present in the company. That means private limited, the directors will be in minimum 2 directors will be present, and public limited company minimum 3 directors must be present. So this is the classification of joint stock company, private limited company and public limited company. These are the features. Now importance of joint stock company, in why it is important, cause day by day the business is spreading out in all over the world, and also in joint stock company you can enjoy some enjoy some benefits, facilities which you cannot enjoy in sole proprietorship business or partnership business. So that day by day the joint stock company is importance of joint stock company is increasing, and huge number of if you want to form a huge organization, you have to think about it as a joint stock company, because in sole proprietorship business you cannot be able to do a huge business. Sole proprietorship business is very much small, the capital is small, everything is in a small number, so that's why you cannot think about big with the sole proprietorship business or partnership business. So that's why joint stock company is very much important, and at present many multinational companies are running their business worldwide. So that's why Bata Shoe, Unilever and others, all the companies, branded companies, multinational companies, they are doing their business in joint stock through the joint stock company. So it will help you to expand the business in all over the world. So so that you can say that joint stock company is very much important for the development of the business. And also development of, if you can develop the business, or the business environment can be developed, also your economical environment of a country or social environment of a country, political environment, every any kind of environment of a country can be also developed by the by the development of a business or business organization, or it will help to boost up the economical condition of a country. So this is the that's why you can say that the joint stock company is nowadays very much important. It helps and also creating employment opportunities that will help in like Bangladesh, in our country, like our country, any other developing countries. It will help to get reduced from the curse of the unemployment problem. So that's why this is very much important for our country. Joint stock company is very much important. Now this is important topic, process of formation of a company. Process of formation of a company. How to form a company, joint stock company. According to the 1994 Act, joint stock company formed by joint stock company can be formed by using those stages. These stages are must be accomplished to form a joint stock company. First, you have to take initiative. Taking initiative is the first stage. People interested to form the company come together to take decision about the probable name of the company, type of the company, amount of capital, ways to raise fund, address of the company, etc. The entrepreneur fixes the possible name of the company and takes certificates from the register of joint stock company. That means taking initiative, mane udyog grohon, taking initiative. At this stage, people who are interested to form a business come together and make decision about the business, what will be the business, what type of business, what will be the name of the business, amount of capital, ways to raise fund, how can you gather the capital, address of the company, etc. This thing will be this type of decision will be made by the interested people who are interested to form the company. And Also in this stage you have to collect the certificate or of your name of the company. The company's name certificate will be collected in this stage from the register of joint stock company. This is the taking initiative. Now second, preparation of documents. You have to, after getting the certificate of getting the name certificate of the company, now you have to prepare some important documents for your registration. In this case you have to, there are two type of important documents, important documents in this business. First one is memorandum of association and second one is memorandum of articles. Memorandum of association is the main document of limited company. You cannot forget it, you can't forget it, and you even don't dare to forget it. Memorandum of association is the main document of the joint stock company limited company. Memorandum of association, I repeated it several times because you cannot forget it. Memorandum of association is called the main document of the limited company. It is also called the main deed, main certificate, or main constitution of the company. The question can be come in various ways. Maybe it will be, what is the main deed of the company? Maybe it is what is the main certificate of the company, what is the main constitution of the company. So answer will be the same for every type of question. In every way, each and every way, just answer will be the same. Memorandum of association, it is the main document, main certificate, main deed, whatever you say, this is the main major paper or major document of the company. Various important issues like name of the company, registered address, objective of business, amount of capital, responsibility of the shareholders, minimum subscription, etc. are incorporated in it. That means all the important information like name of the company, registered address, objectives, that means etc. all the important information related to your business is incorporated in memorandum of association. That's why it is called as a main document. What is the main document? Memorandum of association. And why it is main document? Cause various important issues like name of the company, registered address, objective of business, amount of capital, responsibilities of the shareholders, minimum subscription, etc. are incorporated in it. On the other hand, memorandum of articles incorporates all the necessary internal operational procedures of the business. That means memorandum of association included all the information related to the business, and memorandum of articles included operational procedures of the business. Internal operational procedure are included in the memorandum of articles. Operational procedure, just mind it, operational procedure, this is related to the memorandum of articles. And in memorandum of association there will be the various important issues like name of the company, address of the company, objective of the business, amount of capital, number of shareholders, minimum subscription, etc. will be incorporated in it. After preparing the documents, you have to collect the registration certificate, and at this stage you have to apply for the registration certificate to the registrar of the company, and obviously with the certain amount of fees. And also you have to submit necessary documents which you made in previous days, that will be submitted to the registrar. And after checking all the documents and all the information, if registrar is satisfied, then he will give you he will enlisted the company's name in the register and also give you the certificate. Getting the registration certificate, public limited, after getting the registration certificate, private limited company can start the business procedure or can start the business, but public limited company cannot start the business after getting the registration certificate. In public limited, in case of public limited company, they have to collect another important document from the register. This is called business commencement certificate. To collect the business commencement certificate for launching business operation of the public limited company, for launching business operation of the public limited company, application to be made to the register along with the declaration of minimum subscription of capital by the directors and prospectus to issue share to the public with other important documents. If all the documents are found where it is, okay, if all the documents are found correct and the register is satisfied, then he will give the business commencement certificate. And what will be the minimum subscription? What is the minimum subscription? That means minimum subscription is the minimum amount of capital which is needed, minimum amount of capital which is collected by the directors, which is made by the directors of the company to meet up the initial cost, current capital and different perspective during the beginning of a company. I will give you the answer, all the answer in a documents, so you do not need to worry about it, just try to understand it. So after getting the registration, private limited company can start the business, but public limited company cannot start the business. They have to collect the business commencement certificate from the register, and that's why you have to you have to make an application to the register along with the declaration form of minimum subscription, that means minimum amount of capital, minimum subscription of capital by the directors, and prospectus to issue share to the public with other important documents. That means with other important documents you have to submit to another important documents. That is, first one is minimum subscription documents, minimum subscription of capital by the directors, and also the prospectus. Prospectus means it is an important document for public limited company which is needed issuing share to the public. In short, it is an invitation to the public to purchase share. Prospectus means it is the invitation form to the public to buy the share of your company. That means minimum subscription capital means minimum subscription of capital by the directors and prospectus of the share to the public have to be submitted to the register to get the business commencement certificate. After checking up all the documents by the register, and it if he is satisfied, then he will give you the business commencement certificate, and the public limited company can launch the operational activities. So this is the formation process of business joint stock company. In this chapter, the formation process, from the formation process, from the classification of joint stock company, features of joint stock company, various types of questions can come, so that you cannot ignore the joint stock company part of your chapter. You have to read out carefully and read out thoroughly. You cannot skip any line of this chapter. You have to read out each and every line one by one, so that you can answer all the questions, knowledge based questions, comprehensive questions easily. It will help you to get the number or get the better result. The important questions mainly if you say about the important questions of this chapter, it will be related to the joint stock company. Obviously various types of questions can come. So this is all for today. Your homework will be the formation process of the joint stock company. It will very much important, you cannot ignore it, so that you have to read it very carefully. This will be the homework. I'll finish up this chapter in next class and also give you the questions on this chapter. So all for today. Till then, bye bye and take care of yourself.